Oh man. Give me a second while I do some things. Testing the microphone. It's a little quiet. Just a little. I'll move it a little closer. Yeah, okay, that should. Free Shiva could do it. Full stream here, colon. Sure
Full stream here.
I think the speech is working okay. What about you, my dude? What about you? I might need to make a little bit of a change on the volumes and things just so that you have a little bit more animation when you talk. Thanks for stopping by! Exclamation point. Mind leaving a like? Question mark. Liked! Exclamation point. And staying to chat. Chat? Okay, some viewers on here, that's fine. I'll need to make a few changes to the stream because it does seem to add a restream does a couple of things. One of the things it does is it adds a few lines in the description to hijack the description. So I need to edit those so that it doesn't stay. And I'll also make sure that I'll paste this here. So that this gets pinned. Here and here. Oh, man. Oh. My body's not at the best spot at the moment. I'll give me a second. I'll need to do a few things and be right back. Just give me a sec, folks. I need to set things up a little bit more. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a delay.
Setting up stream. Body not cooperating BRB. Hi Bloxy. Hi.
Right, give me a second. Yep. Hello folks, it's me. I'm back, we're live. My body's not cooperating so well today, so hopefully it doesn't impact the stream so much. I got a new light. I'm not sure if the new light is going to enhance the way things look over here.
What is the link?
The link in the pinned comment links me to the... If you're on the vertical stream, it links to the horizontal one, so we'll see the full image rather than the vertical stream right now. And the other stream, the other link from the other pinned comment links to things like my Discord, my Twitch and stuff. So yep, if you want to see the whole thing and not just a cropped little image of the gameplay, that's what you're gonna see. But mostly it's just me playing some Warhammer 40K, Rogue Trader. So there's that. And earlier I was highlighting all my members because that's my usual go-to screen when I have a BRB.
Okay.
Yep, and as you can see here, if you spend a little bit of money and join my channel and become a member by clicking the join button, you become part of the members program, and then you get to see my vids early, cool badges and emojis, as well as get turned into a Pokemon. So these guys have supported my channel, so thank you Everlux, Manta, Bruno, Amish Slam, Chris Burton, Lord Yellowknack, and Orphan Slayer. Thank you guys for being our Poke members, supporting the channel the way you do, helping me out a little bit each month.
Interesting face with monocle.
Yes, and with that being said, it's now time for me to boot up the game. And I'll be right back with the gameplay. Where are you? I'm just looking at where the various things are. I had a save called Blood. There it is. And then I'll switch over to the main screen. All right. As you can see here, that's not everything, but the game is set up, so that should all be fine. And if you're wondering why I'm on my side, I'm quadriplegic, meaning that my hands don't work. Well, they don't fully work anyways. My arms do a little bit, and from the chest down, I'm paralyzed, meaning I can't move stuff. And that's why I'm on my side. So, if you're wondering. And I play games like these things, like Warhammer 40K. I play a lot of strategy games from back in the day. That's my jam. Yep, okay. So, as you can see here, we are in the middle of trying to go to various different spots. If you look at this little spot here, we need to save the Eldari survivors. This is Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. It is a game set in the Warhammer universe, and we're just going around traveling to various different star systems, trying to solve various different little things like this. We could visit the Forgotten Twins now. Most recently, we just finished our little journey to the this Lagrangian belt, or whatever it's called. So we'll actually do that. Let's warp travel here. And some warning, this game does feature bits of animated violence, amongst other things, and some adult content. So there's that. But it is kind of pixelated, old school, Diablo 2 style stuff. So, Lord Captain, we received reports about malfunctions among the various ship systems. This time we're dealing with the inexplicable temperature fluctuations. Thermal control failures were observed not only in individual compartments, but even the soldiers' protective equipment, so several crew members have suffered from burns and frostbite. Oh dear. The tech priests are performing the rites of machine spirit pacification and remain convinced that the issue were caused by the spirits' obstinacy and defiance. The reports claim that the incidents remain well within the scope of expected performance parameters. Over the last few days, complaints about the malfunctioning thermal controls have dwindled, but the crew members have started whispering that our vessel's haunted. The tech priest's assurances that only the machine spirit's tempers are to blame are doing nothing to dissuade the ridiculous rumors. Okay. We're also playing a strong bard, or dangerous, whichever one you want to call them. And let me just double check here. Right. We're all just taking a bath. I don't know why is he just bathing on the... Uh-oh. Hooray! Blood everywhere! Our bath chamber is filled with blood. Bloody, bloody, bloody gross and blood! Sawbuck, you've let this happen. Assassination attempt upon a rogue trader in his own chambers, right under the noses of your enforcers. The master at arms radiates grim fury. Her eyes are dark, her lips pursed with practiced hand. She removes them all from her belt and offers it to you. I don't think forgivable error. I accept full responsibility and ask for due punishment. I want an explanation, not vain self-chastisement. Put that weapon away and report. Sauerback hesitates for a moment before putting them all away. Understood, Lord Captain. Reporting. All adjacent decks have been isolated. We've begun our search for the culprit and have set up investigations. Headquarters on the officer's deck. The substance has been analyzed and confirmed to be blood, containing traces of major mutations. While it poses no risk of infection to your lordship, the very presence of such genetic aberration on board is a serious threat to the safety of the ship and must be addressed promptly. Once the word of this gets out, the safety of the ship and must be, once the word of this gets out, many among the crew surely to see as a brazen challenge to your status rogue trader. Is this an assassination attempt? Would have been filled the bath with acid or poison instead. These are easier ways to kill someone than drowning them in blood. I beg to differ. Were something of this sort to happen to me, my heart would surely stop. What generic aberration, then? The heresy of mutation. Mutants are vicious beasts who sow only ruin and death. They are devoid of all humanity, and the vile blood that runs through their veins feeds the unclean through thoughts and urges. Numerous accounts speak of their entire colonies falling prey to bloody uprisings, staged by these creatures, all because of these governors were too squeamish to order genetic purges. Ya don't say! I wonder why somebody we don't consider human and exterminate by the thousands would think to revolt. What a crazy mystery. Alas, the Imperium's enemies are not limited only to our outside borders. Mutants can be a considerable threat, especially when given the chance to organize. The heretics have revealed themselves and are eager to fight? Then fight we shall. Let the vessels be purged of their filth. Okay, what do you intend to do next, then? Lord Captain, this incident has cast a shadow on our honor. We only ask for a thing, a chance to absolve ourselves of our guilt. Allow me to head the officers at deck at once, and so that I may lead the investigation personally. Lord Captain, on a previous occasion, it was your intervention that resolved the matter with my own rigidity that I would only succeeded in making it worse. With all due respect, Mr. Sauback, perhaps she would benefit from your fresh perspective. Yep. Seneschal, you think so little of me that you would draw me a chance of defending my honor. I'll handle this investigation myself. If they wish to challenge me, then I will take the matters in my own hands. Lord Captain, I implore you. This was my mistake. If you rectify it for me, I will be disgraced. Could it ever be a disgrace to face a challenge shoulder to shoulder with your lord? Okay. Consider it my whim. I want to participate in a real inquest. Alright, end the dialogue. Right, let's have a look at our characters. We have some levels. I'm just looking through here to see if there's more weapons. 21 to 25, 20 to 26. Deadeye shots. Hulking creatures, enormous creatures suffer more damage. We also have more abilities for you. I think it's... Is it Reckless Abandon? Or not Exsanguination. Range attack, no. Gift of Torment. That's one of these things. Or is it Terrifying Strike? Okay, never mind. We'll figure this out later. We're not using her. Right? So let's go ahead and continue our way. This way. I don't think there are any battles at the moment. So let's go and go to the compartment. And go to the officer's deck. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up our characters so that we are in the correct order. I'll go Idira. Oh, come on. Won't even let me set up my characters in the order I want to. Damn you, game. Right, so his lordship, the rogue trader, wishes to handle the investigation personally. Lord Captain, the three officers before you have been tasked with conducting the investigation. First is Captain Klein, is a veteran with a record of quelled uprisings of mutant abomination in the colonies. Captain Generby is young, but she has already preempted several mutinies among the ship's rabble. Lastly, the Captain's Rotko. His interrogation skills deserve credit, and he knows how to instill fear and respect firmly in the minds of the riffraff. Notice enforcers exchange a few astounded glances to throw their shoulders back. Because we have a renown. Famous far beyond your home system. Their drilling is good, their service records are excellent, so let's see how they perform in the field. Is my presence going to distract you from your duties? On the contrary, your lordship, your presence inspires us. Your lordship, I hope you do not take this insolence of it. I'm a great admirer of yours. I've read the fictionalized accounts of your deeds many times. Ah, Shireen, perhaps I'll travel with you where they would write about they write about me as well. I want a novel about the adventures of the fearless Jehedari, who skillfully bestows a bullet's kiss on any Ashmag who stands in her way. Jade toys with a lack of hair. With a lock of hair, not a lack of hair. We're not Asmongold after all. A wistful expression on her face. So they write stories about me, do they? Of course, I have it right here. She offers you a worn tome with a somewhat embellished portrait of you in the color. I'm going to leave your signature on the end sheet made to remind you of this meeting. She accepts the tome gingerly as if it were a relic touched by the Emperor himself. Oh, nice. Okay, does that take care of the pleasantries? Let us return to the attempt of the Lord Captain's life. What are you finding thus far, though? They've discovered a worker's corpse, mutilated and desiccated. Wow. We're still looking into a man's identity and position, but the surgeon's report has confirmed that among the blood was pumped into your bath chamber, the blood-carrying mutations was indeed his. Oh. The workers from the nearby deck have all been checked for genetic aberrations, with the mutant identified are all within the norms of laboring masses, so they are being rounded up for interrogation as we speak. So much noise and empty violence. I'm surprised you are able to find anything in this pandemonium of your own making. Even taking into account the neighbors' decks only, that constitutes hundreds of people. How do you plan to question them all? Our interrogation techniques are broad and varied. However, nothing loosens the tongue like corporal punishment, beatings, mutilations, torture, public executions. When combined with psychological pressure, such methods works wonders. An unfortunate necessity. Let us return to these matters. Yep, indeed, Lord Captain, most unfortunate, says the Master-at-Arms, smirking, stealing across her face. Do you have any working theories, then? The mutants are plotting. They've been breeding like void rats, so they're getting cocky. Huh. That's what she said. Might have wanted to infect your lordship with their plague. Wasn't an attempt on Lordship Captain's life. It was a threat. The rabble are planning a revolt, so they're trying to terrorize us. Soon you'll be drowned. You'll drown in blood. Insurgents pride themselves on such metaphors. Meanwhile, Captain Hiroko is convinced that it was the work of Voidverse surviving cultists. However, I believe this to be a warning rather than a threat. But we realize it's established who was trying to warn us, and of what. So what do we propose we investigate first? The body? Once you have ascertained the death man's identity, we'll be able to locate the associates and narrow down the numbers of suspects. Captain Klein's inspecting the corpse. The body was discovered in a suspended platform not far from the room with the armillary sphere. Take a left once you're out of the mess hall, your lordship, and then go along with the balcony. The corpse is on the next platform, about the one holding the Infernus Guild suspect. I'll show you around the scene once you're there. Infernus Guild suspects? Yes, your lordship. They're undergoing interrogation like all the rest. The scum refuse to comply, so they're isolated on a separate platform. This Inferni are a rotten bunch, so they must be involved in this. Right? End the dialogue. So let's go around.
Keep your wits about you.
Bursting with treatise codes and statues, a practice of sailing on the void ship. Wait. Is that... Just give me a second.
You interrupted my thoughts.
Earlet.
Traveled far darker paths.
Wait, what's happening, Earlet? Why are you just hovering while you're sitting? Oh my goodness. What is this? I don't... Okay. Will it fix if you loot? Nope. Not fixed. That's Sourback.
I follow my own path.
Yeah, she's just okay. Oh my. Okay. Give me a second. How about this?
Let us not dawdle.
Okay, they're blocking us from moving over here.
Crimson, black, cerulean, grey. It has all become an ugly whirlwind of muck. Rage and despair have poisoned the bay.
And treason has poisoned the whole damn ship. In the interest of dealing with it, I will try my best to ignore this ugly whirlwind you speak of.
More goods. Oh dear, everybody's getting tortured.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Servant. Mercy. There's Montag. Infernus Master Heinrich Montag spits blood on the deck, right in front of the enforcers lying nearby, unconscious. Heinrich slips his busted, his knuckles are graced covered with blood, and there's a chewed up lip, a low stick between his teeth. I can do this all day. Why are you assaulting my people and denying them water like they're criminals? I got a teenager and elderly folk here. They're all just ordinary workers. They've done nothing wrong. You're all guilty until proven otherwise. You think a kid and an old man wouldn't do something that might threaten the Lord Captain's life? Once we light a bit of fire under them, who knows, perhaps someone will confess. So sort off the traitors spawn, or just put a baton through your skull like attacking us enforcers. Couldn't care less about your rank. Lordship, I ask you, protect your servants from the abuse. Explain yourselves. The enforcers are reveling in their impunity, treating the crew like cattle, especially my clan. Many in their custody are dying of thirst and injuries. My sister and niece are there too. Didn't expect them to be exempted from the investigation, but I'm begging you, put an end to these assaults on the people for my food, put them food and water. The following procedure, your lordship. The void take your procedure. They're not seditionals. They serve the dynasty, just like you and I. He doesn't look to me like somebody who knows only awe and terror, but I'm sure a few empty threats and bastard enforcers knows will have him quivering on his knees. And did any of them confess to anything useful? Awareness? Nice. Not yet, your lordship, but they will soon. A slight hesitation before I replied. There's something you're not being told. I'm interested in any and all statements, even in the most outlandish ones. Statements there was once Infernus Goon, a real dimwit. He said that some enforcers took away his work pass, and then the pass was important. Ones that grants access to the worklog cogitator room, but the scum was lying. He couldn't have given the name and rank of the enforcer. All he said was some guy with blonde hair, tallish. He knows the one who will be flogged. He'll be flogged to death for such a misdemeanor. The rat's so tired of his shift to blame. Yep. Why not have you disrupting the course of this investigation? Let's get some iconoclast. Yep. Thank you, we won't forget your mercy. Thank you for your food and water and not letting them chop our hand off. They would have let us a little short-handed. Huh. It's your lordship, and don't make jokes when you're so terrible at them. Do you want the Lord Captain to change his mind and send you back? Dangerous, are you serfs literate? I could lend them a highly informative pamphlet on etiquette. Then again, they'd probably just burn it for warmth. You're one strict lady, Mia. I'm not strict, name is just sloppy. Yep. You could believe at least behind it, the captain is like I've never taught you to respect your elders. You're the one mixing things up all the time, tell her, Heinrich. Don't mean to intimidate him, she's having a hard enough time as it is. Sure, she's always tongue-tied and her jokes are stupid, but her heart's in the right place. How did they end up in the hands of the enforcers? My status as an officer is exempted, not from being arrested. Okay. They were acting horribly, they were hitting people in the head, and the ribs didn't care if someone fought back or not. Nemesis would never allow that. Nemesis, I wonder who that is. No one, just a hero from a tale my grandfather used to tell when I was little. That's enough, Nemi. You are not a child anymore, so stop bothering people with the silly rhymes. Sticky and all this foolish enough to believe in Nemesite's ravings. Ria med? Det är kaffe ignored. Alright. Okay. Let's keep moving. Some more Robin Hood type tales here and there. Everybody's getting bonked. But we're going to move over here. To investigate the body. Right, Enforcer Klein? Her ruined body is lying in a waxen pile of the platform. Its face is crushed. Its throat is open. It looks human, but what is all wrong, unholy, irredeemably wrong. Have you started the autopsy yet? I have, but I will get back on it in just a moment, your lordship. Is there something the matter? You look pale. Suppressed a dozen mutant revolts on Dragonas for Lady Theodora. I've torn the freaks to pieces myself, but to open one up. I see to sink my hand to the impure guts invested with a mutant blight. I've seen the aberration utterly pervert the human form. Thoughts of it touching me disgusting, infuriating, but I will overcome this. You will indeed, Captain, if you like. I can recite a few paragraphs from the regulations to enthuse you. We have a willpower test for 100%. Hand me that scalpel. Perform the autopsy. You record the findings. Go back to Kala's his soul. Fine. I'll do it myself. Thanosing it. Hello, Bucephalus. You have a phallus in your name. But hi, Bucephalus. Welcome to the stream. We're just playing some Rogue Trader. The skin and bones part and the stench of rancid meat of your nostrils. Klein empties his stomach over the deck railing. Oh dear, poor Klein. He's puking because we're just dissecting mutants, that's all. And welcome to the stream. Feel free to ask questions and have a chat. Yeah, you peer at the vile mass of subhuman entrails. Hooray! He came here just as we were just doing something disgusting.
Ever
Wonderful.
played Dawn of War?
I haven't played Dawn of War. I think Dawn of War is a... it's an RTS, right? If it's an RTS, then I'm a little bit... it could be a little bit of a challenge, considering my condition. I prefer playing games that doesn't have too much agency. Whenever I have agency and have a lot of little clicks and hovering things and doing things that requires time, it takes me a lot longer. And there are times when I can't always just do that. I have enough misclicks as it is, even games like this or some games like Civilization. Ooh, we got a Xenos lore test. Your knowledge of Xenos is enough to infer that a murdered man may have been subject to Xeno influence. True human form has not simply been distorted, but mixed with something strange in the neighborhood, something profane. It is as if you're detecting a seed that should have evolved into something more complex and alien. Huh. Jay, you are so fortunate, they said. Your life in the Rogue Trader's retinue will be all about feasts and ballrooms, they said. I think I will keep this little tale of mutant disembowelment to myself. Let alone my friends go on envying my little life in luxury. Investigate the entrails with Jay's lore. Ha. More XP. Twisted abnormalities of the mutant's insides make you wonder if it could ever be considered human at all. As you probe deeper, your hands find something that lodged in the victim's gullet. Someone has stuffed a black feather into a man's throat. Certain legend springs into your mind, one involving Saint Quirin, who was granted a portent of enemies hiding among us. Oh no, not among us. When Quirin prayed for the emperors for a sign that might be revealed to the traitor, reveal the traitors, or Raven's feather bursts out of her mouth to inscribe the name of the conspirators. Only someone's versed in the symbology of the Imperium could have left such a message. So let's inspect the wounds. Your precise eye notices the corpse was mutilated posthumously. Okay. So you have resorted to such ruses yourself on a number of occasions when you needed to trick some servants of the law. Judging by the damage, the most brutal wounds were administered posthumously. Over the top of those inflicted when the victim was alive, as if someone deliberately wanted to make it harder to identify the victim and his cause of death. Truth is the killer acted quickly and with surgical precision, then suspended the body upside down to drain his blood. Any identifying marks? Just this etching. Finish the autopsy. That was foul. Yep, your lordship, I must commend your fearlessness and insight, and apologize for the weakness of my spirit. My shameful fear preserved my duty. It will not happen again. Shame on you, Captain. An officer's duty to be a support to the Lord Captain, not the other way around. If the burden is too great for you, you should consider resigning. I speak plainly, veteran to veteran. Well, someone stuffed a feather down his gullet, a reference to the legend of Saint Quirin, right? Well spotted, your lordship. No doubt you have already reached the same conclusion, but I will state it for the official record. Vile mutants do not make allusions to saints. There was somebody versed in the creed. So try to conceal the victim's identity and cause of death. But you have keen eye, your lordship. But why would somebody do that and leave the body in plain sight? They could have just disposed of it. There's been something more to this whole bloody business. Yep. Maybe sanitation works an excellent means of hardening those of hinder character. When the investigation is complete, you shall join the mutant corpse disposal unit on the lower decks. Yeah. Yes, Lord Captain. And he has a tattoo on his neck. Skull with a valve. A few symbols. Yep. That's a symbol of a pipe warden clan that maintains a sewer system. The SP stands for Senior Pipe Warden, followed by his identification number. Working on a law cogitator, she could use it to learn the victim's name for his number. The nearest maintenance room. Okay, that is all. Yep. The cogitator room's here, I believe. So let's keep moving.
Something nearby.
Wait, what do you sense nearby?
I got a lawsuit check when I thought they sent out all the money by now. Sweet. Also hi.
Hi. A lawsuit check. Nice. Hi, Paulman's son. You notice a few drops that have somewhat managed to avoid being trodden on. The blood does not belong. Appear at all that fresh, but it is not fully dried yet either. Yeah. Okay.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
More awareness checks. Scrap of human skin with jagged edges is stuck to the deck. Hooray! You notice a few drops of blood that have somewhat managed to avoid being trodden on. Yep. So more and more trails of blood. Bloody, 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 gross and blood. And you also missed the beginning of the stream where when we were taking a bath, the blood just spewed out of everything. Also, for some odd reason, one of our characters, is it Eulette? Where are you? Eulette is stuck in a seated position. Look at that. Whee! I don't know why she's stuck in a seated position like this.
Choose your own path.
Yeah. Anyways.
I always keep my options open.
Let's talk to the tech priest. Yep, you are obstructing the investigation. Now you are obstructing the investigation. Esteemed tech priest, I require the information stored by the machine spirit. If you refuse to cooperate... Petition rejected. A malady has befallen the machine spirit of the honored master cogitator, Iota 3B. Unauthorized anguish will be worsened the condition and impede treatment. I will not stand for such acts of brutality against a great elder. I'll show you brutality, you blasted dog. What's going on here? The greatly esteemed tech priest Androvita Phi does not seem to realize the importance of investigative action and refuses to grant anyone access to the match the cogitator. I hardly know her. Exalted ruler of the vessel, I mean not to harm but to protect.
I merely care for the machine spirit's health. It has not fallen ill as it has fallen ill as of late, and now the temper is worse than ever. If the laywoman starts torturing it now, the venerable spirit may take offense and leave us forever, taking its log of the lay people's tools, the toils with it. This must be prevented. While you seek access, the works are the work logs are on it. They might contain important info. This laywoman does not even know what she intends to inquire from the Blessed Elder. Blasphemous disrespect. We need to investigate this cogitator in order to obtain information about certain pipe warden. Ruler of the vessel. Why do you insist on interrogation an elderly soul when it is such a miserable state? You are making a mockery of the omniscience tenants to the privilege of the priesthood of Mars. You have my word that I will treat the machine spirit with respect and you may observe the interrogation. Access privileges granted. I reserve the prerogative to interrupt the interrogation the moment I detect the slightest threat to the machine spirit. Courteously introduce yourself by inputting your data to show respect for the machine spirit. Yep. Be nice. Humbly ask for the data on the toils of the ship's workers. Besides itself with anger, the cogitator sprays you with sparks as the vid screen dims and flickers. You're a spiteful word and find yourself staring at an incomprehensible mess of symbols. Apparently, the spirit refuses to comply by account of some blocker A403. Well, we got our success, tech news success. Oh, the machine spirit is truly unwell. Why else would blocker A403 prevent it from sharing such data, especially after log ritual greeting? Okay. Treat the cogitator's board with thermal unction. Let it slumber for a while, then awaken it once more. Turn it off and back on again. Yep. The unction as well as a short breather have done works for the old spirit's disposition. Okay, this is going to be a 59% logic check. Please work. Nice. You managed to find out the right string of tech commands. With a grunt, the cogitator starts whining and about its woes. Start today's watch. Began somebody disturbed its data dream. Used some trickery to rob it of its data. Then befuddled elderly mind and instructed it to deny access to anyone else. One of the Inferni said that he had his pass on the maintenance room taken by an officer. Our villain. But how did they get past the guard post? My men swear no one will approach the cogitator. There's a secret left nearby leading to my chambers. I saw Lady Theodora use it. Could be the culprit also have known about his existence then? We will look into it, but I think unlikely that the culprit could have access to it. The left's machine spirits probably obey the Lord Captain and the most trusted members of the retinue, and no one else. Lady Theodora paid great attention to security measures. Only her inner circle knew about the left, and the security systems would have been short work of anybody who tried to gain unauthorized access. It's too bad that wasn't enough to save her when it mattered most. Okay, requested information about the number SP-204-601. After mulling over your question for a while, the spirit recalls that the number is assigned to a senior pipe warden by which supplies water to the rogue trader's chambers. After finishing up the maintenance, only Orto's partners reported in. Oh, by the way, my ring light broke, so I got a new one. Do you think just as you know, as you can see, the lighting is a little bit more dramatic. What do you think? Do you think the lighting's good? Let me know. I'll also need to check on my messages here and there. Okay. Let's continue. the Pipe Warden's partner. After the first conjurer feigns ignorance, but out of spite, pretending not to recognize your request. But after 4 more attempts, the spirit takes pity on you. Orto's partner was senior Pipe Warden. I like the fact that this has just become kind of like jailbreaking ChatGPT AI type conversations. We have our suspect. It looks like Gwendon killed his fellow worker and put on this entire bloody spectacle. Cannot bear any more of this torture. Let it rest, please. Okay. There's loot.
None are better at searching.
Okay, what about this? What is this? You notice a few drops of blood that have somehow managed to avoid being trodden on.
Always keep your eye on the price.
As it should be.
If someone has shoved a tattered and bloodied synth coat into the vent, such garments, including every officer's enforcer's uniform. Okay. So we succeeded in an awareness test, maybe?
Let us not dawdle.
Right. That leaves this dude as the last guy. Right over here. Enforcer Hrotko. Let's talk to Hrotko. How fares the interrogation? Is there a senior pipe warden by the name of Gwendon amongst the suspects? Escort him to me. I'll question him. Gwendon. Yes, we have him. He's waiting for his turn. We'll bring him over at once. But I have been informed of your decision to question one of the suspects, Lord Captain, and consider it my duty to be present for interrogation so that I may ensure your safety. Okay. Right. Before you stands a gaunt man in work clothes. His face is swollen from the bruises, and several of his fingers are broken and sticking out at odd angles. You thought he said it was still waiting for his turn. Why does he look beaten to death? Those are merely the preliminary measures before the interrogation begins in earnest, your lordship. Wow. Start talking, you miserable wretch. You tried to kill the Lord Captain, didn't you? What's this? Heretical brands? Cultist scum. Yes, it was me. I tried to put a curse on the Lord Captain. I killed my partner in a wicked ritual. I rubbed elbows with the demons, consorted with them, all to carry out a dark plot and doom the Lord Captain for the glory of my almighty master. His words, he's trying to paint them over with a fake garish hues, but his abject horror occurs with the too much black and grey. What does he hope to accomplish with this? Okay.
Howdy howdy.
Howdy, howdy, mana. So, when we last left off, I'll just tell you a little bit now. First off, I haven't, my ring light broke, so I got a new one. So I hope the lighting is off to your liking. Let me just do a big, good old camera set so you could see. Yeah. Yeah, that's the new ring light.
You look like you are going to read a fireside story.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? But yeah, the lighting is a lot better. Even with the because compared to the day before, I used to have a bit of lighting coming from the back, right? Good news though is that I should be back sitting up tomorrow, hopefully. But I'm 50-50 about making it a proper stream, or should I spend some time recording my video. I feel like I should record my video a little bit. Because the script for my orb review is pretty much done. I'll just record it and do a review for members only first, and then release the rest later.
Don't procrastinate.
Damn it! Yeah, yesterday. The thing is, I was gonna do the recording yesterday, but it's a combination of it's not I wasn't feeling like it, and procrastinating is one thing, but I wanted to do the orb video, but it's really hard to get motivated if I don't get to sit up, if you understand what I'm saying. But I should have been a little bit more. I should have just streamed yesterday because I had a chance to, and I knew that it would have been a better use of my time than not doing much. But I have that issue. Well, even more recently. But yeah, anyways, we have a heretical follower. Since the corruption in Gwendon, his soul is untouched by the warp. Your gaze pierces him to his core, and you see his lips mouth in a silent prayer to the Emperor. Oh dear, this dude was not under warp. So how did you off your partner? Come on. Oh, we failed the Medicaid test. Okay, let's... Yep. เตรียมครับจัดขาพี่อีกนิดนึงหน่อยมันตีกันขัดกันไปกันมาโอเค Yep, just a little bits of XP here and there probably. But yeah, there's in the main story though, back to the game, we had an ablution, and then the entire ablution was covered in blood. So we just have a huge bit of blood just pumping out of the waters. So we're just looking through.
Oh no, not a bloody ablution.
Yep. So we're just interrogating, yep. Let's do this. And let's see if the Medicaid test works. Okay, better. Well, I grabbed myself a rusty saw and started hacking at him. I pulled out a dagger that was made from the virgin's bones and stabbed him. Alright, I also cursed him first. It was only right. None of the wounds on the victim's body could have been inflicted with a saw. There were no dagger wounds on him either. Okay. And let's see if all these other things I could get. Let's see, any logic test? Master Malaki the Dreadful, him, yes. Perhaps the demon does indeed exist. Lore warp test fail. What about coercion? Yep, we have a coercion test that succeeded. Forgive me, your lordship, I'm not Gwendon. And I'm not a heretic. Yard's my name. I'm a laundryman. Please have mercy. It took my family. The forces said to throw them out of the airlock if I don't confess. She made me draw these unholy marks on myself. I see. Your enforcers have a knack for persuasion. Mistress Sarback, but this is ridiculous. What enforcer? Name, give me her name. Ginevri. Oh dear. Ginevri was the heretic
Biggie
phrase.
Cozy Corner.
Yes. ASMR. Cozy Biggie Corner. Fireside camping. But yep.
Hiya Palmond.
But yeah, I'll let you know. I wasn't feeling the best because I wanted to set up. Like I said, it affected
No,
me
you.
more than it affected me more than I realized. And it's just that I have no idea what caused my bum to. But in other news, it healed faster than before. So whatever it was, it healed pretty fast. But I don't know. I probably want to have some expert or somebody who's a proper doctor look at it and see what happened. But I mean, my caretaker used to work for a clinic specializing in this, and she just has a couple of ideas. One of them is just that the skin underneath because I used to have a really large pressure sore, and the way the skin healed, it just healed with just a bunch of tender skin where the pressure sore used to be. So it just easily gets. It's a bit of tender skin. I think that's what it is, and it looks like it come to a point that it's not going to fully heal anymore. But yeah, anyways, so Ginevri was one of the officers. You will deal with her later. Handled the search for Gwendon myself. Lord Captain, would you have to execute this demon worshipper? Wash off the heretical symbols. Give me some iconoclast. It will be done. Let's look. Oh, I should have picked heretical. That would have actually gotten him to number 5. Gotten it to 5. And we would have actually gotten the heretical rank 2 adherent, so we could use destroy the weak. Let's try again. It's gonna be rough, but sorry, dude. I just want my ranks in heretical. And there's actually something I'll let you see if you could spot. There's something a little bit off about one of our characters in a retinue. I wonder if you could spot it from this distance. Nice. Logitech Master Malachite Dreadful. What about...
Is it the new haircut?
No. Okay, Medicaid succeeded. What about Warp Lore? Nice, Lore Warp succeeded. There are many cultist marks. Put cursed on people and talk to demons, yep. Since the 9 archdemons, I always pray till the first thing. Pray to 1 in the morning. Okay. Coercion. And let's pick the heretical option. So as you can see, that puts us on 2, 2, and 2. And now we can take any path we want.
Why is Eldar driving air?
There you are. Yep. Our little Eldar is.
I align my path with yours. For now.
Whee!
What advice do you seek?
The songs of
Yoletta
my
is actually
ancestors
just,
speak of stars long forgotten and worlds long gone. What a shame that you lack the capacity to understand even a single note.
I don't understand what you're doing there, Yolette. She's for some odd reason just sitting down.
Wander through the stars.
Absolute cinemas. Right. Time to investigate all the areas. Wait.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Is there anything behind here? I think we can't actually reach that area. Oh, more goods over here.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay. I think Jocasta. Let's go actually meet back here with Jocasta to end the interrogation. Okay. Lord Captain, the real pipe warden, Gwendon, has been found and is being escorted here as we speak. Are there any remaining questions you wish to address before we hear from Gwendon himself? Someone attempted to mislead our investigation. We could not go without consequences. Yep. Undoubtedly. Let us go over the facts that we have on sabotage and compile them. The body of the deceased was mutilated. After the death, it is likely that the nature of the injuries would have proven very useful in the investigation, and that the perpetrator concealed them for that very reason. Someone sabotaged the word law cogitator, so it would have been harder for us to find the victim's partner, which might have information valuable to the investigation, but we got those things anyways, yeah. Instead of the murdered man's partner, we were given a fool, one who thoroughly incriminated himself first, before admitting that it was Captain Genevieve who put an out to it. So, who was guarding the body? It was Genevieve. Yep. I relieved her when I came to inspect the corpse, which by then had already been cut up. Okay. Genevieve nervously adjusts her armor under Sarback's piercing gaze. The corpse was already looking like that when it came under my purview, but I could not get the name of the officer who discovered it. The deck was such a mess that I decided to deal with it later. I mean, a bloody synth coast was discovered not far from the corpse. would ask enforcers in this room to present their coats, please. Rostov's synthetic fabric fills the room. All of the enforcers show their coats except for Horatko. He shrugs complacently under the gaze of comrades. I do not wear it. An enforcer must be able to withstand the cold, and the serfs treat the synth coats as a sign of weakness. Behind the armor of an affected indifference, his thoughts ooze grimly hues, like blood mixed with umber. It looks vile. Wow, all of the investigators are complicit, it looks like. Who had access to the work log cogitator, then? The tech priest did not let anyone near the cogitator. Even tried to prevent the enforcer's investigation. Ginevra, were you their entire time? Yes, ma'am. Since the start of the watch, I went right after I handed the body over to Klein. The only time I stepped away was to retrieve the data slate from my quarters. I left the watchman, but he went missing. More likely, one of the officers did not realize he was on duty and sent him off on some errand, but I was only gone for a few minutes. Ginevra, seriously, you're becoming more and more sus. And after I handed the word to Klein. Very convenient. A missing sentry. A data slate misplaced against regulations. I don't understand how I could have forgotten. I always check up my gear when I go on duty. The thing about it is, all signs point to Ginevra, a little too conveniently. The only piece of evidence that points to Hroko is the piece of cloth that has been handed to that was stuck in the vent that points to Hroko. Hroko could also set up the fake Gwendon as well. One of the Inferni complains that the enforcer is taken away is passed to the room with the master cogitator, and it was a man. Then it wasn't her, just one of her accomplices. Would you give us a name, Ginevra? Shut your mouth, Horatko. Nothing has been proven yet. Suspect Yart claims that you coerced with him into lying about himself.
I know you are tempted, but don't blurt the answer.
She's not here yet, is she? I've conducted his preliminary interrogation like so many others. Horatko requested my assistance because of my experiences in dealing with the rabble, but I swear that there's no truth to these accusations against me. This literally is just among us. The transcript says you conducted Yart's interrogation alone. Why is that? Because I can handle a single laundryman. The thing about it is, as much as I look at it, this sounds like a Horatko thing. This is all you're doing, is it not? I'll give you one chance to retain your last shred of honor and confess. You sabotaged the investigation. Why? Yep. Is it not obvious? To expose the conspiracy myself and to prove your incompetence to his lordship. To take the place I actually deserve. Hooray! I knew it was Horatko. For years I toiled for the good of the dynasty, but when the former master at arms was killed, I was refused a promotion. Instead, they gave me the position to you. A self-serving sourback in it. I guess a noble name means more than talent. When this crime occurred, I realized it was my chance to show what I was worth. While you were busy dallying, I quickly learned the name of the suspect, diverted the course of the investigation, an easy enough task. I began looking for the real Gwendon. I had found him in time. Had I found him in time, your position would have already been mine, Jocasta. Simply listen to yourself, and you will understand why they made me master of arms. Lord Captain, I request permission to dispose of this refuse personally. What happens here if I use this? Again, a triumph of justice. And give you a chance, Rodko, if you would be known to and become initiate of the shrine, where you spend the rest of your days. Getting Master of Justice seems nice as well. You really hoping to deceive? I had every chance, but you were shrewder than expected. My little trick with the body did work. You still don't know who was behind it. Oh, but I have already figured it out. I hid Gwendon from you by damaging the cogitator and delivering your fake, an idiot willing to incriminate himself out of fear. I even prepared a contingency plan in case he cracks by making sure he would blame someone else. A couple of slip-ups, but you must admit, it was a solid attempt overall. You were trying to frame Genervi. Backup plan, you always needed someone to blame if you make a mistake. Well, you don't seem to fear punishment, Officer Rodko. With all due respect, your lordship, I am an enforcer. I've looked death in the eye and will accept your judgment with dignity. Fine, I will get myself a triumph of justice. Dej. The great Anselmo gained the ability Triumph of Justice. The flagship shield strengthened and evasion increased by 5%. Wow. Hooray, the gruesome execution of Captain Rodko has increased the diligence of both the enforcers and those that have been entrusted to supervise. The crew of the Gins and Shields modules now work their hardest for fear of punishment. And we get a little bit of dogmatic as well. Right. That takes care of the traitor. Now let's proceed with interrogating the pipe warden. Right. Senior Pipe Warden Gwendon. Honor to serve, Lord Captain. I'm ready to confess everything. So you're the real Pipe Warden Gwendon, are you not? I am. And I'm proud, Lord Captain. A Pipe Warden's craft is hard work, but necessary. My number is SP26855. I work partners in the late Orto. Number SP24601. Oversee the water supply systems in the upper decks sectors here at Valve 37B. There can be no mistake. I verified his identity myself. It has also been confronted by the other workers. So why did you fill my bath with blood? I did as a servant of death commanded. She said the Emperor gave the first spinner a sign that your lordship should be bathed in the blood of poor Orto, my partner, and I was scared, so I obeyed. The first spinner? The Vizier of the Bloodspun Web? Oh no. Yes, that's him. He led the death cultists, and a lot of who worship the Emperor by killing. Spinners hunt down heretics, but sometimes they take righteous lives too. Their service is mysterious, fervent, and bloody.
And I would have gotten away with it too, if it wasn't for you meddling rogue traitors and your talking bird.
Talking birds and skulls. What a shocking turn of events. Jocasta, the Inferni are innocent. Who could have seen that coming? Could it be that you were wrong with brutalize and humiliate my people? Do not expect an apology from me. I was doing my duty. You play the victim all you want, but I haven't forgotten the circumstances under which your blasted clan came to be on the ship. Okay, what is this meaning of the Master-at-Arms' words about your clan, Heinrich? It's a story of days long past. Oh, days of future past. That's X-Men. One of the Mr. Sourblacks greatly enjoys reminiscing about as if she was there herself. Oh no! Not old racist wounds. Old prejudices. As if she was there herself. My ancestors committed a trespass against your ancestor and were made Inferni as punishment. I must concede as much, Lord Captain. The story can wait. Let's first find out why the Bloodspun Web bathed you in repugnant blood. Did you kill your mutant partner? I didn't kill him. I didn't know he was a mutant. Orto and I always got along, even if he wasn't much for talking. But then, a servant of death came from the darkness, ended him quickly but harshly. She bled him dry and put a black feather in his throat. She told me to pump blood into the pipes. and then she left. I wanted to confess, but I was afraid she'd come for me too if I did. Holy Slayer and the Black and Crimson and Bone, feared by all. Okay. Summon the Vizier of the Bloodspun Web. I wish to hear his explanation. Yep. Okay, Senior Pipewater Gwinnett. Your Lordship, if I may ask, what happens to me now? I never meant to anger you, but I thought it was my doing as Emperor's will that, but here we are. I'm a simple man. I know pipes and I know them a lot better than all these people. My business, my eyes aren't what they used to be, but I can still smell rust in the metal, though not so much in people's thoughts. You acted with a true servant of the Emperor would. I would have actually provided you with the best ocular implants for your work. Here we go, I have an ocular implant. Thank you for the bottom of my heart, your lordship. I'll serve you faithfully. I'll never forget your mercy. I've summoned you to discuss the actions of your apprentices. Yeah. Let their deeds be weighed. Yep. Investigation established that the Bloodspun Web orchestrated an attack on his lordship by means of pouring unholy blood in his path. This affront... Dom Dangerous knows the truth. So it was done, for so it will. It was no affront, but a prophecy. For my hands to divine, unsullied martyrs offered their souls and bodies into his imperishable embrace. Imperishable embrace. I gazed into the red rivers of their smouldering lives, and I did see a roiling, unclean staining the bays, reaching for the anointed lord of the Ark. In my apprentice's last sighs, I heard the Undying One's whisper. He bid me, bathe the Domin in the blood of he who must go, and they who have been righteous. For this I will shield the Domin and strengthen his body against the roiling unclean. So I obeyed. You hear laughter scraping against inside. Okay, you warned about the corrupted weapon. The emperors bid him. This old fool sacrifices disciples to read their flesh, blood, and bones. He wants to see the corpse emperor's revelations tangled of happenstance. He is also desperate that he invents omens for himself. Oh, it's a voice in his head. Okay. So you claim the God Emperor's will? I speak, move, and draw breath because of he wills so. I defy not the unyielding and the undying one, neither in the death that gives and takes to my life's existence. Could your visions have been false? I held the card of his tarot. Wash the blood of the righteous. They make no mistakes. Neither does he send false visions. Only mortals err. Who was the man you killed? I knew not. I heard only the name, and I knew. He must go. Yes, we need no more knowledge than that. So rolling unclean, he did not reveal, but his corruption itself. It offends him. It tastes as sweet as fetid waters in old pipes, and it promises there are deceptions of an enforcer's smile. Its face is elusive. Are you convinced that we have found the culprits then, Master of Arms? Right. The Emperor has sent us a portent. The prosecutor, protector of mankind, guides the hands of his holy servants to guard us and warns us of hidden threats. Okay. This monkey has drawn attention to the mutant in a way that could not be ignored. A shrewd tactic, yet the threat is indeed as great as he believes. Could it be a coincidence that the victim of the ritual was a genetic aberration then? For those around you kept a respectful silence, but you could tell by their faint smiles that they find the very idea of doubting the Emperor's providence absurd. God of Bloodstone will face no persecution for their deeds. Nope. Yes, I will tell him. We are seeds in your hands, giver of life. Whatever you keep your scatter, we will remain grateful. But as may we have hit a dead end, we hope that exposing the culprits would lead us to the aberration's lair. The investigations must continue, I guess. But no spinner or brave warrior from the dominant circle can find the roots of the unclean. If we can appear as humans, act as human. Oh no! Just seriously, there's some dude among us. The thoughts are never human. Wise. It is unclean thoughts we need to find. Very well. Let's Wise find them. He knows how. No matter how badly he wishes that the rest of us forgot about it. Yep.
How sus?
Yes. How can the choirmaster of the Astropaths be of use to us? The esteemed Zachary Wise can perform the ritual of thought reading. This practice lets us do a cursory examination of the minds of thousands of people in search of certain individuals. Ritual rare as is dangerous. Only someone as versed as Master of Wise could accomplish such a feat. Has he done that before? Once Lady Theodora made us use his services to expose the spies on board. Apparently had been in the employ of Lord Inquisitor Calgazar. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like that not everyone here is eager to leave this matter to Master Wise. Let's say that the one least eager would be Master Wise himself. His efforts caused some severe warp manifestations. Oh my. Wise nearly destroyed the ship back then. Incidentally, he had given us multiple warnings that if it could happen. Lady Theodora ignored him, and we repaid the result. Oh, why do I get the feeling that I know what's going to happen next? Maybe Adira, I didn't see the ritual. Wise kicked me out, but the echoes of it reached the decks were enough to scare me shitless. Oh my goodness. Wise is a mighty old grox, but his head is a mess. And I meant the bad kind of a mess. The astropathic kind. I say we think twice before we risk having whatever lives inside his head crawl out. I already have Adira. Why didn't you perform it? I hear you, yes. The witch is weak. The death whispers many names that it will claim if she is allowed. Names whose time will be erased, it's not now. I'm not weak. Lady Theodora didn't keep weaklings around, and neither does the Lord Captain, but a telepathic ritual of that scale really would be too big of a bite for me on my own. If it's listening to the whispers from the beyond the door, frying someone with lightning, that I can do. But looking for mutants by following the trails of the unclean little thoughts, it takes a special kind of learning. That is all. Master of Arms, your duty is done. I give you leave to wrap up the investigation on the officer's deck. Hooray, my duty will be done. Thank you.
Right.
Right, we need to let's look at our quests. This is a compile Audentius the 9th. Footfall, Void, Dock, Alpha Row. We could actually go and visit them right now. If we want to. We want to go back to Footfall. Okay. Ablution in Blood. We need to go to Astropathic Chapel. We need to go to Mundus Nihilus. Manufactorium. Mundus Valantius. Forgotten Twins, Cenebras, Odanus. A new ruler. Yep. Classified info. Dragonus and Kiava. And we need to go to the Forgotten Twins. Right. I'm going to briefly take a shower. Or an ablution. To get myself a little bit leveled.
On camera? Hee.
Hee. That deserves a bonk, but... no faster way to get me demonetized.
Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to add all the stuff in my vault back onto my presence, because it feels like none of this really, yeah, like it doesn't like we don't have we don't have limited space on our bodies, so might as well just put all the everything on ourselves. Right, at level 22. Yeah, that should be good enough. And just sort everything in the inventory. Right. And let's just move. And we'll save here. Hard save. Oh, there's something else that I could have done. Let's do chart new routes. For some odd reason, we can't go to these cradles. I'm not sure if this is the case, but we could go to see Cabela.
Domin.
I want to talk about us.
I'm here, Domin.
I want to go somewhere private with you.
Come. We will open our soul.
Oh my. I mean, it is that kind of relationship, right?
Desire
8
is
hours.
boundless. What can I do to match it? I intend to find out.
Oh my.
The thing is, it is a kind of a shortcut for us, unironically, to go to her before every time we take a shower or take a bath.
Domin. I'm here, Domin.
And we can kiss her as well.
All of my thoughts are of you, Domin.
I'll take my leave.
May the undying one shred.
Right. So, yeah, we're in that kind of relationship with several members of our retinue. My. Do I say... Yeah, let's quick save here as we head back into the Corona's expanse. But yeah, this feels so much like a refined Arcanum. So let's visit the Forgotten Twins. I don't know if 8 hours is a little bit too long, but the coordinates on the ship's logs lead to an unremarkable star system.
The auger crew reports that the arrays cannot register anything worthy of the Lord Captain's attention. Was this log entry just somebody's idea of a joke? Well, let's head to the traces of the space battle. You're less convinced that somewhat of our kin can be found in the system known to humans. It's Forgotten Twins. Okay. We got a bunch of XP. Very nice. Recent scuffle straight ahead of us. The throne takes me. This is not a frigate. This is just a gutted piece of metal. Blimey! The culprits are here too. Eldari freaks. I recognize their shiny asses even from this distance. Except the Xenos are acting suspiciously. They're hovering in place, not even trying to run. Should you approach or open fire from a distance? Call off your people, Alentak. Something is wrong. The children of Asurian are dismayed. But doing something like this is a Mon-K vessel. No, we're not animals. I appeal to your prudence and the promise of you made. Do not destroy my kin for the deeds they did not commit. Lord Captain, we've received a report from the Auger crew. The situation is unusual. The Xenos ship displays no biological or energetical signatures, even though it appears to be intact. According to the scanners, there's nobody on board. However, the survivors are believed to be hiding on one of the compartments of the damaged vessel on the Imperium. We have also spotted some drifting plating remains. Oh, spooky. Damaged vessels of the Imperium. We have also spotted some drifting plating remains that belong to a third unidentified vessel. Yep. Dispatch the rescue scheme to if there's any survivors on the frigate. It will be done. Let's find the survivors first. We got ourselves Xeno artifacts and fuel. Accept. Right, Lord Captain. The scouts managed to rescue several emaciated officers from the wrecked ship. Despite their wounds, they were able to tell us what happened. During a patrol, the frigate discovered an Eldari ship crossing the system and decided to immediately attack the enemies of humanity. The Xenos vessels proved too fast and skittish, but at one point its engines failed, giving the frigates a chance to attack. When the guns were aimed, several Drukhari ships, oh my, pounced from the darkness. At first they were attacked from a distance, but soon boarded the frigate and then wreaked the bloody massacre on the decks. It is only by sheer miracle that the surviving officers managed to escape, locking themselves up in a hidden technical compartment, and the Xenos had no use for. The survivors claimed that Xenos conspired and deliberately led the ship into a trap where it met its doom. The Xenos joined forces to eliminate a vessel of the Imperium. An alliance between the Eldari and the Drukhari is an unusual sight, yet such an outcome is hardly surprising. Why, Master Interrogator, I was thinking the exact same thing. At last you and I could finally agree on something. How blind are the Mon-K to the vices of their own kind. Humans attack a ship of children of Asurian sailing peacefully by, but it's my kinspeople who are to blame? No, my kind will not willingly take part in a massacre orchestrated by the Dark Ones, and then abandon their ship. Something else happened here, something I'm afraid to even consider. How about the machine cultist? Right, Lord Captain, I'm reporting that the hull fragments belong to the Drukhari Xenos race, but the presence of their ships in the system at this time has not been confirmed. How about a shuttle with scouts to investigate the Xenos ship? More trophies, okay. I've got a shuriken catapult. Lord Captain, the scouts confirm our earlier report. The Xenos ship is intact. Many valuable artifacts have been found inside, but neither the Eldari nor their bodies were discovered. Okay. We are late again, Alentak. We've done everything we could. Yeah, alright. Wait, did we get scrap? Yeah, we'd got enough scrap to repair. Scanning. More plasticine. I need to save some extractum. What is this world?
Hooray, plasteel. It's better than steel.
visit the outpost. Talk to the custodian.
It's what plants crave.
I guess. The custodian shares alarming news. Outpost is highly dependent on various deliveries to the core of Winterscale worlds. Ooh, we could supply them with provisions for stuff. Needle rifle. Okay.
Druggery weapon.
Oh, we sailed through. Ooh, what's so cool about that star system is that that's a binary star system, right? We space have gone wild. Yeah, a binary star system where one smaller star is sucking up the remains of a bigger star. How nice. What a fine day for science. Crew had treated a truly impressive sight, a colossal storm on the gas giant's surface. The planet's dimensions themselves were mind-boggling, and then it birthed a tempest, the storm to end all storms, as the Lord Captain and his officers observed from a safe distance through the bridge's huge viewing windows. Someone have suggested giving it a name. The Emperor's Wrath, guarded the most boats. Okay. Great Omen. Scanning. Just more XP. Right. Okay. Is that everything? Yes, it seems so. Now, question is, where do we want to go? Which way do we go? We have some more quests here. The planetary data. We'll make our way back to Footfall eventually, so we don't have to worry about that. But what do we do? How about we warp here? Yeah, we'll try. Lord Captain, we have an emergency. We have received word that there has been a sighting on the lower decks. A sighting of Lady Theodora. The message we have received are incomplete and vague, little more than yelling of hysterical claims. There are reports of casualties and unrest. The compartment in the question has already been sealed off, but I thought you might want to look into what's going on for yourself. The situation is delicate, and what's especially disturbing is there are mentions of Adira at last being present at the scene. What is Adira doing there, then? Adira broke her micro bead, so it wasn't able to find anything from her. But Lord Captain, Adira is a psyker, and we are in the warp. You're the only one who would risk setting foot in that compartment. And if you do not, you do not, then we will never see Adira again. I beg you, Lord Captain, do not ignore this matter. Okay? Despite the carefully maintained distance, Victor's voice trembles with fear. I'll deal with it personally. Tell me the exact location, please. Right away, Lord Captain. Oh, Adira's missing. Okay. So who do we bring between Pascal or Argenta? Argenta is probably going to be the one with more damage.
Right, explore the bay. The Michael Bay. And what is this? We already have Wildfire. It's Reckless Rush, isn't it? Okay, let me just have a look at the uh, guide on what's suggested for Argenta. Yeah, it looks like Reckless Rush into a breaking point. Heavy weapons deal +1 to and plus 10% damage, ignores 2 deflection. Okay. Do we not have something in our cargo? Oh, we probably want to add healing items. Perception for all attacks against the wearer. Okay. Heals, bombs. Bomb, 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 bomb. Dual pistol and a shotgun. Okay. Guess we'll go with a one of these. I guess we probably want to give you a shuriken catapult and a chainsword just in case. Wait. Probably want an Eldari chainsword just in case. Okay. Yeah, just in case they have people close range and they can't pew pew. And let's go with a shotgun. Either the combat shotgun or the combat shotgun. And oh wow, we have a lot of armor to equip you. Carapace. This is logic, no. Lore warp. Right? What is this? This is what? Rare's range attack plus 8% damage. Okay. How about you just do the knuckle guard instead of the Medicae? Right? The knuckle guard will grant the wearer's +5 bonus to a weapon skill. Yeah.
10 strength. Reduces recoil. Use grenades, cause 1 less AP. Might as well do the Medicaid thing. More damage to Xenos and Daemons. Okay. Run and gun is better. Unyielding beacon, momentum. Immune to burning, mimics the plus 10% dodge, plus 5 fellowship, melee attack, iconoclast, heretical votary. Gaining a psychic power, which allows him to sacrifice wounds to immediately teleport to any cell. Wow. I guess it's a fireproof one. And then we'll go with the usable things. Health. Item. Bombs. This is an interesting item, but I'm not sure if it's any good on her. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, tech use 100%.
A job for me.
Instruments terminals, important part of the compartment's internal infrastructure, appears to be in working order. Alright, let's save here.
These rumors about Lord Captain Theodora, surely you do not believe them?
Of course not. I saw firsthand how... Wait, who's that there?
Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and look at our formation.
Is there money to be made?
I declare. Who's that there? Let's move. Hi. And who now deigns to grace us with their presence? Another gaggle of heretics and traitors thirsting to get the dues for what they've done? Or it's the leader himself, who's finally grown tired of hiding behind others? Okay, Theodora von Valanches is before you. Yawns in a... and she looks grotesque. A hole yawns wide in her chest. Rusted hooks protrude from beneath her skin. Oh my goodness. And a lumpen, inflamed scar cuts across her throat. The figure flickers, as though it had us dropping in and out of reality. She looks at what whitish eyes of a corpse and smiles venomously. Rogue trader, we meet at last. I've grown tired of waiting for you to pay me a visit. Theodora's look is appraising, and her mocking tone turns to one of distaste. Indeed, centuries of selfless toil and effort, and everything I left behind has gone to this nonentity.
Man, odd Kong Eichel call.
What? What is a Kong Eichel? Warp
Conjugal.
illusion. Oh. Ha ha ha. Bonk. Argenta, my dear, there's no need to make such a fuss. Why don't we sit down over a cup of decaf like we used to? I'll listen to your rapturous tales of sacred relics and portents and your special path, and you must have been so lonely without me. No one else is willing to listen to your ravings or help with your childish treasure hunt. Without melodious throne, spare us from the cursed apparitions of the arch enemy. Is that what you're truly praying for? I could hear how fast your heart is pounding, Westarian. I think deep down you hope for this apparition to never end. What are you? What, you ask? You dare say that to me, little boy? I'm Theodore von Varances Massimo of Afscaris, rogue trader of the Imperium, and commander of this void ship. Alas, my glorious voyage through life was ended in the dullest possible way. By death. A nuisance I stayed of as long as I could. But do not weep for me, my boy. Yugi boy. I am still keeping an eye on my property, and punishing all those who failed me. She bares her rotten teeth in a snarl, her laughter piercing. What do you want with me? Why are you waiting for me? Oh, matters are so dire that the pleas of my servants breach her death's veil to reach my ears. How could I ignore such a desperate cry for help, and my little dearer no less? And once I appeared here, of course, I had to meet the pretender who has allowed this deplorable state of affairs. You're not Theodora. Theodora's dead. There's no coming back from that. I'm dead. How's that? I'm no different from those who have not yet crossed the divide between reality and eternity, I see. I see. I speak. I remember. I see. I speak. I remember the wrongs you all committed against me. And for all those who failed me, I've already begun exacting my retribution. Truly thought on to Theodora, the remnants of herself that she's left behind in the world. I'm an echo of her memories preserved in the minds of those who cared for her. I'm the taste of tears spilt for the unsaid and the undone. I'm the terror of who she failed to turn the tide of fate against, and who refused to look truth in the face. I am as real as the human passions that brings the world to ruin. If you're really Theodora, then tell me, who really killed you? Oh, wouldn't you like to know the answer to that question? I don't even know which would be more satisfying. To give you an honest answer, or leave you languishing in your ignorance. We'll see how you conduct yourself, little boy. Where's Adira? What have you done with her? Me? What have I done with Adira? All I did was turn the little mutt from the fringes into a true servant of the Imperium. I gave her toys, I cleaned up after her antics, I provided her with everything she could ever dream of. Oh, and I had great plans for the little Adira. I'm sorry we could not help you. I want to send you back to the abyss you crawled out of. You! Of all the people to ever threaten me, you're the most pathetic boy. All that you possess now is given to you in error. You're unworthy of such a generous gift, and you're incapable of holding on to it. I'm here to seek retribution against all who failed me, my brainless crew, my useless officers, my pathetic servants who turned their backs on the mistress in her darkest hour.
Well, it's mine now. Get bent.
Yeah. The thing about it is, the apparition admits that they're not the real Theodora. They are the remnants of what people fear, right? So, definitely the not less real, but not less a creation of the will of the various different peoples rather than Theodora herself.
Came a warrant. Everything else that is mine. All to the war with me, including you. Time to follow Theodora. What is here? An awareness check? Checking for awareness?
I've read about this.
Lines on the screen look fuzzy, as though the cogitator's readout systems have been damaged. People's remains have been hideously mutilated, and the flesh seems to have melted at the edges and is thickly coated with some stinky mucus. Mutilation, mucus, mutiny, some stuff. Wall lining is dented as though someone is trying to break out. Labored, stuttering growls of the periodic rattling comes from behind this casing.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, there's nothing here. Alright. Well, there's people. Worker. But where did it go? I saw it right here. Hurry, hurry before Lord Captain gets angry.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
The Lord Captain herself come down to us. What a blessing. This is a huge shell ready to be loaded into the macro cannons. Okay. Nothing here. What about up here? Oh, there she is. Where is she? Could remember her being around here somewhere. More stuff, Mr. Worker. Hurry before Lord Captain gets angry. Spit liquid, cloudy and carving a strong chemical smell. Okay. What about you, Mr. Worker? Okay. Oh, there's Adira. Hi, Adira. Ah, there you are, my little coward. Why won't you look at your captain, Adira? It's wrong. It's all wrong. Look at her, boy. My little Adira is utterly trapped in her visions. No matter. I will allay your doubts. Lord Captain? No, wait. Lord Captain. Lady von Valancius. You came back. But you came back. Poor little Adira. There. How could I not come? That's what she said. You were crying for me so desperately, your pleas carried to the very depths of the warp itself. Why didn't you save me? Why didn't you warn me? Answer me, you insignificant wretch. I'll drag you to that answer out myself. Okay. Adira takes damage. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything that could have anything to do with you. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. I failed. Yep. Okay, Argenta wordlessly swings her weapon and aims it at Adira, who is struggling in the monster's hold. The Sister of Battle looks at her without an ounce of doubting or mercy. Argenta, stop! Okay. Let's try some checks. Persuasion checks? Ray. Lord Captain? Damn it. I will devour everyone responsible for my death. Die for the delocation of my lord. Ooh. Oh.
Make an example out of you.
a bunch of warp beasts. Okay, who's gonna go first? Okay, it's going to be Cassia first as usual. But this warp beast is gonna get a turn. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Cassia here, I think. And then I'll ask Abelard to take its turn to run up to the warp beast. I'll try to taunt him. And let's see who else gets their turn. And then Idira is going to move. And then these blue Horus and Mutant Bomber is going to move. Then Dangerous gets a turn. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop Dangerous here and put all of our pew-pews over somewhere that's nice and safe. Argenta,
Pink and blue
Violet.
horrors.
Nice and far back. And J could stay somewhere in between. And move her Mr. Skull somewhere close. Yes? Okay, Cassia. Let's provide extra turnsies. First, give Abelard a boost.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Let's do a couple of things. Let's start off with looking at your abilities. Killzone Stratagem. Killzone Stratagem makes it so that all dodge and parry tests against all... Okay. For one round, all enemies in that area are forced to re-roll successful dodge and parry tests against all attacks. Any enemies that suffer damage that are left with that that's unfortunate wounds immediately. Wow, okay. Let's go ahead and move you... no. Let's start
That
by...
sounds really good.
Doing this. Right? No dodges. Let's go ahead and extra cover. And then we'll go rear. Can we rotate? Yep.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Let's go ahead and use this ability first.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Let's go ahead and Care Bear Stare. Right, so this mute blue horror
Give
got
him the
stunned.
wagga booga booga.
And we have a warp beast. Wait, this is another one. Let's see if we could immobilize him.
If I may, Emperor, deliver us.
Okay. Didn't successfully immobilize you, so what's going to happen is that I have two more thingies I could do. Let's see if we could get Point of Curiosity. No, that's going to take both of my actions. Let's give extra turnsies to Abelard. You use one of these. And I'm going to shout. Oh, are you actually immune? Okay.
Marshal's job.
That's unsatisfying. Can we say get off me? Okay, didn't hit him. I guess we're forced to do this.
At your beck and call.
I'm gonna reveal the light on Idira. Hopefully, that's gonna be enough to buff you. Rude. So rude.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Idira?
There is movement in the Imperium.
She going crazy.
Oh, blinded. Alright, Danger-esque. What is your thing going to do? Well, the thing is, we have a bunch... Oh, this worker is going to do his thing. Excuse me. I think that's going to be the case. Then we say... target. This. Move. Slice the dude.
It's as good as done.
Yep, got that back. Now where's another worker? There he is. Well, attack him again.
I'll see to it personally.
Let's go ahead and do a leap over here.
I'll make it happen. Another enemy down.
Can I leap down there? I think I can. I guess a little bit of oh, actually, let's use this.
Who, if not me?
It gives us movement points, right?
On it.
Extra attack.
I'll see to it personally.
We have this nice big swing. I guess we'll use this first.
Your end was inevitable. It's as good as done.
One free big swing. Hit you both.
You'll never chance.
Do one more leap. You missed. Okay. Let's do a little bit of a backtrack. Oh, edge. Oh. Yep. I'm just gonna run. Oh. Gonna run, gonna run. Yep. That's good enough. Hello, workers. Keep moving. Hey. Rude. I'm gonna use run and gun, actually.
Guided by faith.
Looking at good direction for this. Wait. Nah, that was stupid.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor...
And this is... How much is it? 149, so 26. 20. All right, Earlet. Do your thing.
Hear you moving. No more.
And now we'll mark. Oh, hi, marked.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
And we'll go 2 shots. Here's one.
I understand your intent.
Did you miss? Yes, you did. Here's another.
If it serves your cause.
Have a large move up here. Let's do an attack with the chain axe.
Target well struck. Reduced to dust.
Oh, Dedge.
Victory is imminent.
We have 2 things. Let's do the shout
It will be done.
and a shields at that dude. Okay, what are we doing now? We probably want somebody who could deal a lot of single target damage against the dude. I would also want to move my skull closer to these guys. And we'll do a medical signal.
How about me?
Let's go ahead and
Am I getting paid for
pick
this?
you. Go voice of command. Oh, wait. That didn't do. No, never mind. I made an error. Which means that I'll need to use pew pew.
You've got a problem with a price.
Oh well.
Error to be deleted.
Okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Actually, could we just... I have an idea. We do have a take the hold. Chooses one combat tactics area. Every ally inside that area except for the Grand Strategist is an extra turn with 1 AP and 2 MP. So if I go... if we're gonna go use take the hold, then... You know what? I'd rather give extra turnsies to Dangerous, because this does give him a death waltz against you.
Here's my
Oop.
perfect moment. Consider this a taste of what's to come. Another enemy down.
Nice. And that's more blue horrors.
Should have thought twice before crossing me. On it. The best defense is a good offense.
More jumps.
You never stood a chance.
More jumps.
I'll see to it first.
Okay. Look at all them jumps. Right, Lord Cat. Is it really you? Look at all these dogmatic options. Trains your weapon on dear watches closely. Are you alright? I don't know. It should be quiet, but in my head, the whispering's louder. It shouldn't be like that. This abomination claims that you called her. Is this true? Me? Did I? Yes. Yes, Lord Captain. I think it was me who called her. I can barely remember the voices, my old good whispers. They suddenly turned red, sharp. They started cutting, tearing, ripping me to pieces. I cried out. I called for help and she came. That's what she said. Damn it, why are the voices making so much noise now? Shut up, shut up. Has this happened to you before? Like this? Never. Well, there was something, but it was different. It wasn't as strong or as terrifying. Apparitions.
She needs a chill pill.
Mechanisms malfunctioned. The crew lost their minds. But Lady von Valancius knew about that. She said it was a small price to pay. An acceptable expense. No psyker is immune to it. But what happened here? It was just a mistake. I won't do it again. There'll be no more mistakes, Lord Captain. This is not the first time this heretic has caused the death of her crew. Do you remember the incident on the mid-deck Adira? What did those honest souls ever do to deserve such a fate? To be turning to mutants and attack their own families. You're a monster, a heretic. If you have any humanity left in you, admit what you are. Shut up. Quit your preaching. You're the worst out of everyone here. The previous rogue trader has been seen on this ship recently. Was that your doing? Yes, Dangerous, I did a couple of times when I had too much drink to drink, and at times I thought I heard her voice among all the whimpers in my head. The voices were so sad, so clear. I couldn't help myself. I answered. I hoped it could reach her there. Ever since she died, since I first heard her voice in my head, the whispers have gotten louder, clearer, harder to resist. We have a successful lore warp check. You heard the warp's whisperings in your head, and you answered, "Are you insane?" You didn't know what it's like. The most important person in your life, who's gone forever, suddenly starts talking to you inside your head. How could I not try to reach her? I had to.
In the membrane.
Insane in the membrane. I know what you're thinking. During the warp jump, when Lady Theodora came out towards us, I kept thinking about the meeting. I kept blaming myself. Why didn't I divine it? Why didn't I stop her? Stop her killer? Those thoughts would have been playing at the back of my mind day after day, choking with guilt. And do you know what? The one on the officer's deck, I don't know what that was, but this time, here, this was the product of my guilt, an accuser straight out of my own mind. So what am I to do with you now? Dangerous, I know everything I've done. You have no faith in my willpower or my strength, but I can fix everything. It's just I'm not at my best, you see, but maybe we can find a way. Do you know the way? To replace my implants or some other remedy, a better one. Lady Von Valanches said that there was such a thing we could be found, if not here then elsewhere. I just didn't need it before, but we just need to find it. We need to figure out where to look for it, and we'll get it. Just until then, I'll keep myself on a tight leash. So what happens to my crew while you look for this remedy? I'll pull myself together, Lord Captain. The death of Lady Von Valanches knocked me for a 6. I'll get myself under control. No more booze. No more obscura. Nothing. And I'll stop walking around the lower decks. I'll be stone cold sober. I want to help you, dear. We'll think of something. Thank you, Dangeresque. I won't let you down. You're making a mistake, Lord Captain. Perhaps you'll find something to slow the decline, but it will not stop it. Only a miracle can save it de la task now. Why? I've heard enough stories about the way of extending a psyker's life, but I don't think you'll like all of them. I think I'd better, with your permission, Lord Captain. Right. Lord Captain, I received a report that the shooting on the lower deck has stopped. I presume you have brought the situation under control. Awaiting further instructions. I got rid of the warp solutions. Idira is alive. Bring her to the circuits and have them see that and see to her. Yep. As you command, Lord Captain. Raid level up. What's here? Let's unlock them goods, shall we? Right. Good job, Jay. What do we have here? We have the Battle Psyker Boots, where against plus 4% dodge until the start of the next turn for each enemy affected by their Psi Power or Psyker staff attacks. Stacks. Warp Conductor Gloves for the unsanctioned Psyker. After triggering a psychic phenomenon on perils of the warp, the wearer's psi rating is increased by 1 until the end of combat, and wearer gains momentum and temporary wounds equal to their resolve. Guardian Crown is plus 10 toughness, and gains wounds after a while. Okay. Right. Oh, I'm hurt. But that's fine. We're done here, I think. What do we want to give Dangeresque? I do want to up demolition skill just for to the fact that we're not gonna have Argenta around. Although Medicae is probably the better choice in most cases. And we're going to go all out so that the reckless rush does not consume NP. Yep. What about you, Abelard? Are you able? Lard? You are going to be athletics per usual. That's your stat. And another one with all out. Next up, what is our strategist going to get? Okay, I think awareness is her biggest stat, so let's give her awareness. And what's our next item? It's a natural allure, isn't it? +5 fellowship. +1 fellowship for every navigator talent. Yep. Plus persuasion, Imperium. Yes, persuasion and commerce. Certainly she could use more fellowship. What about you, Jay?
Trading is just like art. It takes skill and talent.
Let's see. Something. I think it's safe shelter. Allies are protected by partial cover in the 4-cell radius around the servo skull. It's full cover. Yep. Partial cover converted to full. Very nice. Bounty Hunter. I hardly know her. I think this is a Flay the Bold, because we have the ability called Call the Bold before, which next attack this turn will have an additional effect. +6 damage. Reduced armor. And could we go Lord Xenos? Yeah. You go, is it demolition? Yeah. Right? And, not all out. There was something else I wanted to give her. Oh, let me just friggin' look it up. It's gotta be smarter. Oh, it still is all out, huh? Right.
Where's the profit in this?
Fun fact, there is a tank in WH-40K called the Lehman Russ. There is also a Prim Arch named Lehman Russ, and apparently the tank being named Lehman Russ is totally unrelated.
Yep. In unrelated news. Let me just look at Earlet.
There is also a tank called the Land Raider. Not Land Raider, Land Raider, as it is named after the man who found the STC that contained its blueprints, Arkan Lan.
I see. Give me a second. What else is happening? Where did my stuff go? There it is. Let's see. Hi, Cabela.
Domin. I'm here, Domin. Come.
That's what she said. I mean, yes, and yeah. I'm using this as a shortcut.
Could watch you like this forever, swathed in the bliss of passion's wake.
Because I wanted to shortcut my way to the ablutionist chamber. That's the excuse I'm giving. And I do believe we are Dunsies.
We are a captain who loves our baths.
And where were we? In the expanse of the Coronis. I'm gonna see if we could chart new routes from here. If there's a good route out of here, I do not think.
Bring me my squeaky duck.
I guess we're gonna go to Muro 19 after this. But let's just visit the Nameless Star. There's war projections. Oh dear. On the defensive still body, the machine spirits are on the every deck from Captain's Bridge to the cargo holds. Becomes frantic, the engines are refusing to cooperate. You wake after unsettled sleep to find yourself lying on a stiff cardboard mat. Overcome with a strange sense of wrongness, the place is dark and reeks of body odor. Someone elbows you from under the ribs and grabs you by the collar. Spitting abuse. There's an unforced patrolling in the void ship. She's clearly displeased. Punch the woman in the face and run away. Nice bit of a strength test succeeded. Talk about the locals. First XP. Ragged people have thoroughly enjoyed your pleasant company. Walks with you to the bay and supervisor's cabin. The works asks the supervisor to report a stray noble from the upper decks. You poised manners do make your stand out. from the humble denizens of the lower decks. When you are restored to the bridge, the Voxmaster gives praise to the Emperor of Humanity and explains that you were trapped in an anomaly that would have made the people on the ship inexplicably trade places. A rescue squad was dispatched at once to your lordship, but your friends from the lower decks have already helped you, Lord Captain, back to where he belongs. Okay. So we trade places with another dude, punched a woman, then bought everyone drinks. Fair. Just quits a teamer. Oh, it's a feral world. Okay. We have one of these. Collect. We have some adamantine. Right, let's continue. The sight before you is excited offers a core. Delighted to witness the truly majestic end of the planet through a huge window of the bridge. Breaking through several uneven parts by strong magnetic fields. Provide the technicians with scrap to repair the extractium. Okay. We could either restart the extractium for some adamantine, or take the extractium with us and use it elsewhere. I'd want to take the extractium. I'm greedy like that. Scan this planet. Damn it, more plasteel. Okay, let's begin the scan here.
Loot that body. Scan that planet.
There's an ancient bunker. Okay. If I remember correctly, I've read the guide on this. There's supposedly a little bit of a problem with this place regarding the poison. So let me save. And go remove Argenta, put in Adira, accept. And there's something that we need to do and just rush all the way through into the ancient bunker. Everybody's coughing. Yeah, we're gonna unpause eventually. But let's make sure that Adira gets her next ability, which is... what? What's her level 23? Sacrificial penance? Okay, psychic powers relayed through the Cyber Raven. Suffers 3 damage and then gain +3 willpower. Okay, let's complete this. And let's look at our inventory, because I do believe we got ourselves a force grenade. No, just a blinding grenade, I guess. Now let's look at your items. Warp conductor. I hardly know her. Battle Psycho boots. Yep. Grant the wearer plus 2% dodge, and right against 5% dodge. So it reduces wounds by 10, but increased crit chance. And let's look at some headgear. Plus 5 large Xenos. Plus 10 against Xenos. Toughness, carouse. Plus 10 to ballistics. I think we need something for her that's a little bit better than the needle ring. Reload. Plus 3 movement points after using medkit? No. Okay, we're still missing an item for her. Right, so with that, let's see. I think we need to move towards this direction.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
An old Imperial bunker. Ah, there are some on Dargonas too. What is going to the void?
Let's try to open the door. Let's use tech use. Succeeded. Okay, end the dialogue.
I always keep my options open.
Yeah, so with this, we're supposed to head in to this area. We'll skip everything. Head to this door. Open it with tech use. Try again.
Did you hope to see an Azuriani fail?
Damn it! I mean, just bad luck.
When's our last save? Yep, I would have loved to have whatchamacallit. There is an Iron Man play if we do want to do that. Tech use. Please succeed. Move everybody here. F5. And then we'll use tech use.
A minor setback.
I have failed my kin. shame.
Come on. It's just similar to what's happening in Thailand right now with all the dust.
A minor setback.
Did you hope to see an Azoriani fail?
Damn it! I mean, just bad luck.
How many 74%ers rerolls do we need to open the friggin' door?
A minor setback.
Scummed.
I have failed my kin.
And done.
Fine, we'd had to use the key, which is fine. Okay, we
Is
couldn't
there money
open
to be
that.
made?
We have a 69%er with J.
One and it's done.
Okay. Stop it with the extra damage, please. Let's grab that. Head back here. And then turn this on. Emergency ventilation. Okay. And with that ventilation on, we are good. We should not be taking any bits of damage anymore. But now we have a bunch of items to loot. Let's grab this. Grab this. More stuff here.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
More goods here. Thanks for the key. Rusted reservoir, that's fine. Open door.
Keep your wits about you.
What's here? This is an access to the archives. Open this door. We have a med kit and a worn seal. Worn seal is adorned with intricate patterns. Deliberately scraped the coat of arms off the handle. Oh dear. Open this door. 69%. Let's try. J.
My pleasure.
What is this? The contamination shower.
I won't let it define me.
Ow. Okay. I guess we got ourselves contaminated rather than decontaminated.
Watch your steps.
Oops. Okay. And we have a 75% disarm from Danger-esque because we just upgraded it. Very nice.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
More goods in the locker. Wait. Why did that give me the goods twice? Voxcaster repair. Can we repair the Voxcaster?
A job for me.
Hold fast, the star allies are with us. Okay.
Let us not do.
I'm still new to the
Oh.
art of exploring.
Okay.
Fate
Is
and
it
fortune favor the bold.
Danger-esque that could demolish with the demolition skill?
Failure is just a temporary setback.
Okay. Sag.
I always keep my options open.
It's annoying, that's what.
I have a nose for profit and the taste for adventure. I won't let it define me.
This is XCOM levels of RNG. I hate it so much.
Scum calls to you, Biggie, LOL.
I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences. That's how it's done.
And as soon as I say right next to it, it's success. No. Who here has the highest logic? Of course it's Jay.
And done.
Winterscale Seal plans for military, whatchamacallit.
Routine cabin inspection for the crew. Jay is first, see you all in a few hours, LOL.
Yep. A few parchments bearing the military operations and mention of the doomsday weapon. They're, well, they will return.
Doomsday.
Avengers Infinity War. Yep. Requires Iconoclast Adherent. Grants the wielder +1 resolve for each killed units killed in combat. Sworn Protector, I hardly know her. Right, there's more stuff back here.
Would you look at that?
Just random dudes with items. This is a log. I'm tired. How long has it been since Doomsday? I think it was the 36th year when the heretical cholera wiped out half of the people, including the old bookkeeper, Hildgar. Time to... Oh no, not space cholera. Oh my goodness. Coincidence. Morons. Still the same wrinkles by the eyes. I wonder how bad space cholera is. Oh, so certain that we had one.
Dang. Caused by the space septic tank.
Yep.
We need a space medicine.
Space antibiotic. Also certain that we had one. The weapon of the great ally boggled the mind. So remember how the skies shook before me and my mom had let us when it took over my father's post. These days I don't hear any bombs landing outside, but they're still restless in the old bunker. First water purifier failure, a rifle in the Medicaid. Fire in the Medicaid unit, rats chewed out holes in the exposure suits. The U-All can finally sort out the air duct problem, that is. Oh my goodness. Basically, these guys perished before they could actually solve the air duct problem. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit late.
Trap or treasure?
Looks like a save, followed by a failed strong bad disarm. Okay, didn't fail. Several crates of dry rations. Arms of the Winter Scale Dynasty. Open this door. Any loot? There's a bunch. The Servo Skull's doing his thing. What about here? Info. 348 years ago, our ancestors arrived on this blooming world, built the cities and manufactoriums, founded here a society free from heresy and fear. But the immortal emperor of humanity opened the rift between our ancestors, dividing them into two factions, and turned the world into a boundless battlefield. Of course. Each day we fought the enemy so that our children could see the dawn of a new era, an era without blood, pain, and tears, brave people, living and dead. Skies answered our prayers, the great star bestowed upon our great army the doomsday weapon. And so we brought righteous anger upon our foes and ended the centuries-long war and welcomed the dawn of the God Emperor, the new era. The universe will hardly notice our deed, but the God Emperor sees all. Wait, you actually moved away from the Imperium to stop. Oh, you moved away from built cities to manufactoriums and founded here a society free from heresy and fear. Okay, I thought that was weird. I misread it. Free from the immortal emperor. These guys would just be heretics. Yeah. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. We just wanted a free society. This is just a Fallout Vault gone bad.
I always have a backup plan.
More medkits. I see. And this, I do believe.
Dispel my doubts. Can you use your visions to see what card will be dealt at the gaming table?
Of all the times to ask.
I think she did that for the God Emperor, for 81 Valancius. But to be fair, these things are all 0%, except for the fact that we have a key card.
Is there money to be made? This is intriguing.
And we have someone sawed off the emergency stairs to conceal the damage. We have goods here. This is the Vox with the Winter Scale emblem. Entry C has been 100 cycles, and these idiots are still none the wiser about what they saved from the storm. Going back to my camp will no longer be an option. Damned rat chews through the protective suits, and then these pissants are out for repair materials. Entry CIV. There's some decent people here, just civilians, like my mother. This one girl, Zimmy, even made a habit of coming by in the after hours. She asked me to teach her the letters so she can write to her father, who went to the service 2 turns ago. Foolish child. The war has taken its toll on both sides. Hold on. Am I sympathizing with the enemy? Better put a stop to this. Was finally allowed to entry to the upper levels, and lo and behold, what did I find there? The same supply crates as those gifted by our lords, by the Star Allies. Those same rations been fighting with. So our lives just have been simply been toyed with. If Winterscale had betrayed us, I must report this to the command, no matter the cost. I got my hands on the cutter and decommissioned a few blocks of explosives. I bribed the archivist with a dozen rations. Now I just need to get the schematics up for life support systems. Rats brought disease from the surface. The Medicaid units packed. Just the right time for a quick short circuit. Zimmy drank the poisoned water and vomited a lot of blood. The schematics were inaccurate. But now I know for certain which pipes goes to the living module, which ones goes to the barracks. The senior comm officer suspects something. It's time. Okay. So this wasn't... So this was sabotage. Like, clear sabotage. Some unknown accident caused the elevator shaft to collapse. The lower levels require a mining team. Alright, that's everything, I think. Except for this spot. Because I do believe there's another door we could open.
Why does this area remind me of Shinra Tower in FF7?
Probably is because there's so many traps and things. Oh, 99% finally.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Goods here. Thank you. More goods here. Thank you. And more goods here. What is this? Combi tool, plus 10 bonus to tech use. I could have actually gotten a much better tech use roll by just equipping this. That was so stupid. Oh man. Could have used this for the entire thing. And I do believe...
Always keep your eye on the price.
Can we open this? Yes. And are we back getting damaged? Now that we're outside. Yep. The mummified corpses has its arms outstretched towards the exit. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Prepare for trouble and make it double. Oh noes. Give me a second. I think I'm gonna close up this thing to improve my okay, it's not improving. Danger-esque. Abelard. Cassia and Idir, you, Jay. Dira. Here, let. Okay, we'll try it like this. Let's go and what's the extra ability? Chooses one combat tactics. Ares bonuses are doubled. Okay. So with that, we're gonna go set the rear area right here.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
The front area like here.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
And the area for where all of the guard area is here. Can I rotate it? Can I use Held in My Gaze on you?
If I may.
Okay. The turret's on fire. What about the other turret? Can I set you on fire as well?
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Let's do this. Buff Abelard with the Reveal the Light.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
And then go extra turnsies. Abelard could use this.
Indeed.
And can you taunt? Does taunting work against the mechanical machines? I guess it does.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
Which means that we need to do double effectiveness here. This rear area. Wow. Oh wow. Okay, that was rough, to say the least. We are fighting turrets after all.
Holy moly.
Don't let your guard down.
Yep, we're gonna go
Who if not
slice.
me? You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Is this what they call turret syndrome?
Part of the turret club.
I'll see to consider this a taste of what's to come. You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Okay. We have one. Oh yeah, dangerous is out. And unconscious. My goodness. Alright, Earlet. I think we need a lot of help. Okay, let's go ahead and use hunt down prey. It's 183, 162, 223, and 197. So let's hunt down you since you're the closest. And we have Cull. And then we'll use Pew.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
14? That's bad.
Fortune favors the swift. If I must.
You missed. Okay. Oh my goodness. Right, we need to move you next to, close to a, one of these. Revive my little dude. Couldn't revive my little dude. Fine.
Tell me, and it's
Holy crud, so little damage. Yep, I think we'll need to grant extra turns east to Abelard, maybe. Or maybe Idera. Okay, we can grant extra turns east to Idera. Oh man, the extra turnsies the only one we have is you.
Don't get too cocky.
Me? Yes, Lord Captain.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
I do wonder if it's just best to just hide everybody behind cover at the beginning.
Victory is imminent. An exemplary strike. That was a good idea. At your beck and
Shout.
call.
Endure. And just the shields.
Indeed.
Move Bjerb. Move Bjerb over here.
Let's see what you can do.
Zap things with Bjerb.
Quiet whispers. It's my turn, and I'm gonna control it myself.
Set fire to the machine. You can't even see the turret. My goodness. You can see this one though. Word of the Emperor.
On it.
Buff. And yeah.
If I may.
And what else? I want extra turnsies on Idera.
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
Was that you? Or
And Zap.
damn,
What was the command again? Oh, right.
But we're in deep trouble. I think we're not going to be able to survive this.
We got this.
Okay, good. Right, Yolette, right, so that was a bunch of misses. That's good. We'll go with, Cull.
If it serves your cause.
What is this, 114? 40? Okay.
I understand. Ancestors guide me.
Forgot to do this.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
And we'll target you.
If I must.
Right, Jay. I think we're gonna use who's gonna go next?
I can do that with the right incentive.
Well, Cassia.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Yeah, actually, Cassia's evil gaze does the most damage here. Nice.
Grace, at least.
Am I getting paid for this?
And then
I
get
get
Abelard moving.
With the right incentive.
My place is at the fore.
Right, let's use Endure first. And let's just go bonking this thing.
Lesson learned.
Shout.
At your beck and call.
Followed by one of these.
Will do.
Fired. Buzz buzz.
Quiet, Whispers! It's my toy, and I'm gonna control it myself.
More wills of the Emperor. More resolve.
Anything else?
And
On it.
buff. And let's see if I can
maybe expose more weaknesses. Okay, what am I doing here? Over here is a 8 damage on the turret. So what I'm gonna try to do is we're gonna go with a enemies in this area in the front line. For first, more damage from any source. Double those bonuses.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
We're going to go with double stare. Stare
Isn't
once.
this a job for the serfs?
Stare twice.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I'm going to grant extra turnsies to, well, actually, can we grant extra turnsies to Abelard using the original skill?
If I may. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
And then Abelard could dash into an attack. Just out of range. But then we also have the unlimited attacks here.
No matter the cost. It will be done.
Okay, we definitely want one of these tauntings.
I will do my duty.
Which means that with that, we need one charge for Endure.
Victory is imminent.
And we'll go with as many attacks as we can.
Target well struck. Who thought that was a good idea? An exemplary strike. Lesson learned.
Cassia can move the rear, this to here.
These turrets are tanky.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Yep. Okay. Ah.
Don't you need a breathing navigator?
Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to end this soon. 51. I'm not sure we marked this dude yet. No, we haven't. Call.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Precise.
This tedium.
Followed by a surefire attack.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Stay still. I'm going to grant extra turnsies to Cassia.
I like how Yearliet is like take me with you to the stars, but then is like don't you pet me re lol.
Don't get too cocky.
Yep. It's 15 damage. No, actually, we're gonna go with can we move the front line? No, we can't.
I'm a navigator, not a servant.
Wait, little bird. Help is on the way.
She stare at them so hard they explode.
Oh, that caused her to knock herself down as well. Wonderful. Move, Everlord, move.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Watch my back.
And Pew.
You've got a problem? I've got a prize.
Nope. Right, Abelard, make sure you taunt. Endure.
At your beck and call. Someone else can do this. Target
Oof. I forgot to give him a
Indeed.
stack of shields. And of course I missed.
Let's see what you can do. But of course,
Can we expose you? Your weakness? Not if we don't have any stacks of exploit at all. Okay.
we do.
Oh, I can't see you.
I know what is to come.
Loosh. Okay. Stay alive, Abelard. You got a warp burn to death, so that's good enough.
Just designate a target.
Okay, dismantling attack for desperate measure. Wild Hunt. The bounty hunter simultaneously makes several attacks, a number of attacks. Okay, so I'm gonna do the
If it serves your cause.
reload. Followed by the pew.
If our ancestors guide me.
Damn it. And we have a dismantling attack.
Pay with your blood in the name of Kaela Menshake!
Followed by
That is
a
beneath me.
one of these.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Right. Extra turnsies to Idira. Because she's gonna set this guy on fire. Nice. Okay.
Let us not do
Run, 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 run. Wait, why can't we return to our ship? All the way back here. Oh my goodness, that was rough. One of the rougher missions. The crew that was sent to the surface reports that they have cleared the collapsed passages leading to the lower levels. After exploring the abandoned rooms, they discovered valuable cargo that has already been brought aboard. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the trophies. We've got ourselves uniform kits, provisions, and some ranged weaponry. Okay, accept. Oh my goodness. I think that's going to have to be it for today. And tomorrow we'll see if we could actually continue on our path. If we're going to have World Bleeding Wednesday. Or I'm going to do... Tomorrow's going to reserve... I'm either going to reserve tomorrow for a members only stream where I do some recordings. Or maybe just take the day off so that I could do some recordings. Which I should have done earlier on a different date, but never mind that. But we'll see. It's either that or just more stuff that I've been procrastinating.
Either way, you need to do the recording.
Yes. And I want to do recording when I'm at least sitting up. Right. Once it's recorded, it's fine.
Fair.
And I do believe we have a moving here and then here afterwards. To Mundus Nellis. I'm gonna save and then go here. Warp. Flash of flame red hair. Oh dear. Is there more stuff happening in the warp? Oh. Hi, ma'am. You posed a question to me not long ago, Ellen Talk. Now I'm here to present you with my answer. You have my complete attention. Yep. Then listen closely to my answer, Ellen Talk. You may struggle to comprehend what is to be said, being accustomed to reveling in your own might and skewing the world to suit yourself. Pitch your understanding not towards my words, but the sense that lies hidden in the shade of their sounds. Oh, is this a chance for us to bet Irlet? You try to split the world into pieces, to fragment it, into light and dark, truth and light. Oh my goodness, my novel's popping up again, another bit of synchronicity. But self and other, but I see the world as a single whole, and in this lies the simplicity and complexity. It is not enough simply to see the world and hear its voices. You must understand it. Think of the Lilithon, the world in which our paths crossed. What is it truly? What is its essence? The Lilithon's magnificence comes not from the green of its vast forests, or from the depths of its waters. Its beauty is in the word, in the way it dances on the tongue, and even you, Elenthok, can sense it. Try, say the word slowly, delicately, casting aside all stray thoughts. Feel, perhaps then you will see. Close your eyes into your mind and speak the word. Lilithon. The world around you fades and your perception instantly narrows, coming to a single point of focus to the tip of your tongue. Your tongue delicately tickles the roof of your mouth, and the sound slips along the throat with incredible silkiness, warm against its ghost like the slip of a fresh recalf. Lay, the tip of your tongue touches the same place. Lay, air softly brushes from your chest, and sounds like the susurrus of leaves as you wish, winds weaving through the forest canopy. Thon, your tongue taps the front of your teeth, and gently vibration spreads through your body, sending a shiver along your spine. Guarded interest gleam in Earlet's eyes with your gaze when meet again. I think I'm beginning to understand. If your words are sincere, Elenthok, then you are capable of seeing more than you do now. Instead of the lifeless clamor of monstrous mechanisms, the roar of engines, and the discordant voices of your followers, I hear and attend to silence. It arises in the moments of spiritual serenity, and in that stillness we become witnesses to the transformations of our own inner world. Monkey lived past so swiftly. You rush through them for the sake of chosen goal, but through that our transience or loss frightens you, and so you drive such thoughts away and drown yourselves in the daily tumult. But it is from fleeting moments which enters our lives and quickly vanish from them, the soul's fortress grows, a moment of blooming, an hour of wilting. The splendor of each lies in its ephemerality. So too the memories of those who have left our side and no longer walk with the past with us. And you, Elenthok, I see much more than just another monkey. Your true essence lies in your will, which is capable of changing the world around you and within you. It lies in your ability to create and to understand your creation. And in your ability to destroy, it lies in what your kin's minds cannot grasp, what the primitive sight cannot behold, but I can see it. Never expected to hear you saying that in reference to me. I am but speaking the truth, Elenthok. However, I ask you not to make the mistake typical of your kind. My words contain no insinuation, nor any call for you to act. Your soul shines brightly to this world. I see you, and this will never change. That is all. Thank you for telling me how you see the world. Yep. And what do you make of it, Elenthok? How differently do you see the world? See something greater in the world around me, something deeper than the outer guise of things. In the world of endless war and peril, I see only one beacon of hope, and that is the God Emperor. Now, I try to turn my attention to what which delights my ears and my eyes. Music, art, wealth, the power, of course. Foolish question, the world belongs to humanity. Yep. I see something greater, maybe? What does that mean? See the suffering of those around me, and it compels me to act. See the uniqueness of every creature, everything, and it pleases me. The world is full of random occurrences. I recognize this and surrender myself to the courses of fate. How about number 3? This could be the possible. Yeah, I can follow the lines of your thoughts and untalk every form, color, creature. Being possesses its own charm and capacity to stir our emotions. Millions of stars in the darkness, the immutability of the void crystals, a plethora of intelligent and primitive life forms that inhabit the galaxy. The world manifests itself in endless diversity, and in that its true magnificence. Okay, now that we have each shared our truth in this world, I would like you to know if your thoughts about me align with those of your kin, Elenthok, if you see me differently. To me, you're a foreign yet beguiling world, Earlet. I hope that you one day will come to know you, and on that day, my own world will become much deeper. It seems there are many facets of your soul I have not considered, Elentok. Interesting, I accept your answer, and thank you for speaking with me. This is the first conversation on board this vessel that's truly brought serenity and joy to my soul. Oh my. Okay. So I wonder if that was a romanceable choice hidden there somewhere. But that'll have to wait until next time to see if there's actually a choice there. Alright, let's go ahead and go to my face cam to say goodbye. Wait, not my face cam. My members cam to say goodbye. But yep, I hope you do enjoy the new light. It is giving me some like a more shadowy vibe than usual. But of course, I'm going to have to thank my members, Apilux, Manta, Bruno, Amislam, Chris Burton, Lord Yelnek, and Orphan Slayer. Thank you for being members and or subscribers on Twitch at the time of streaming, getting to watch vids early, cool badges and emojis for whenever you comment. And yeah, you get turned into a Pokemon amongst other really cool perks. So feel free to check out the membership program by clicking the join button or subscribe on Twitch if you're wanting to help me that way. Otherwise, it's just a liking the video if you enjoyed, subscribing if you want to see more, clicking on the bell to get notified for when I go live. Thank you for being here, Manta, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good day, Biggie and all.
It's me and Big, and I'll be back. See you guys in a bit.